Hi everyone, welcome to Connection Yoga. I just want to say real quick, yoga is for everyone. However, when online, it is up to the individual to assess whether they are ready or not to participate in the class that they have chosen. If you suffer from specific disease, illness, or injury, or are pregnant, it is important for you to consult with your physician before beginning. The practice of yoga requires that you, the practitioner, need to gauge the safety of your practice within your own personal and physical limitations. I'm not there, I'm not in your body, so I can't. You need to pay attention and act accordingly. It is always better for you to build up slowly rather than force or strain. While you might feel exertion throughout the practice, you should also feel relaxed. While you might feel some discomfort, you should never feel pain. The techniques and suggestions presented in the following content are not intended to substitute for proper medical care. Consult your physician before beginning any new exercise program. Connection Yoga assumes no responsibility for injuries suffered while participating in the yoga content. The user assumes all risks. With that, I can't wait to see you on the mat, and I'll see you there.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Connection Yoga. I'm Kat, and we've got Roscoe here in our very hot room, and we are here today to break down another pose together. This pose is called Half Moon, and it is quite tricky, but I promise together that by the end, you will understand the skeletal and muscular alignment to put yourself in so that by the end, anyone should be able to get into any variation of this half moon pose. All right, so I'm going to quickly demonstrate it, and then we are going to break it down together. All right, so half moon. Excuse me, Scout. All right, boom, half moon pose, okay? Very difficult, but very possible, all right? So we're gonna be breaking it down section by section of the body. Feel free to try with me while I'm breaking it down today. All right, so starting with the feet, we have one grounded foot and one lifted foot. The grounded foot is at 12 o'clock facing the front of the mat. All right, the lifted foot is parallel to the mat. So if you were to create a T with your feet, that's what they would look like in the air. So this back foot is flexed with the toes pointing to the front, side of the foot pointing down. Okay, both feet are pressing out. Pressing into the ground, pretending like you're pressing into the ground, but it's the air. Okay, and that is a big part of the legs too. The legs are both extending and pressing out, okay? And that is part of the stability here. The more you press into the earth, the more energy you receive back up to you, okay? I know it's weird to say and it sounds funky, but just try and press those feet out when you get in. Okay, moving up the legs to the hips. So we're plugging the legs into the hips. The front hip is, well, I guess both hips are generally opening here. The whole front body is opening in this pose. So the lifted foot hip is more open because the foot's open, okay? Our tailbone is slightly tucked under, which is a subtle thing I'll try and do for you here. Okay? Whoop. Falling out. So your feet are pressing, hips opening, tailbone slightly tucked under with your butt squeezing. Okay? And by doing that, you squeeze the booty in, you stabilize the legs. Okay? Another crucial thing about this lifted leg. Roscoe, please stop. that back foot should be in line with the body, okay? So when you're looking down your leg, you should see just your toes because your foot is in line with your body, okay? And once you get a little more stable, you can look down and press it, look at it, okay? So, hips slightly tucked under, butt squeezed, moving to our core. Your belly needs to be squeezed here. Squeezing it into the spine, that is going to help draw in your center of gravity and stabilize yourself here. So your belly muscles need to be pulling in. Back muscles, everything needs to be pulled in and lengthening out, okay? Length out the legs, length out the body. You're reaching in all facets of this position, okay? So, bringing us up to the chest through the arms, all right? So, chest is opening, shoulders are in line with the hips here, okay? So, shoulders and hips are in line. You don't want your upper body tipping down like this, leaving your hips up. You want your hips. So modification I'll show you, but because I'm trying to talk and balance, I'll do it now. Okay, so shoulders and hips in line, square, all right? And for a beginner, and I'll go through these modifications in a little bit, you can just place your hand on your hip here and don't have to be reaching up, but your lower arm is reaching out. Either it's on the ground or on a block or another variation, okay? Usually I go to a block myself and I'll and that's because you want your shoulder in line with your hips here. So if you're, sometimes tall people, you know, they just can't help it. But they need that extra lift because you want your shoulder to be in line with your hip here. So you go to a block. You stabilize yourself. Chest opens. If your arm's lifting, shoulder blades plugging in, fingers spread, reaching. Okay? Full body engagement here. Which leaves us with our neck and our head, which is in line with our spine and reaching out. I suggest at the beginning, gaze down at your mat. Find a spot to look at while you're inside your body, while you're feeling on the inside, fixing yourself, fixing your legs in extension, and then once you stabilize, if you feel good and balanced, you can bring your gaze gently up, okay? But that just might be how you're feeling each day. Sometimes my half moons are crazy solid, other days not, and that's just life, and that's why we keep practicing, okay? So, broadly, that is half moon pose. We have several modifications to get you into this pose. It is a challenging one and one I hear the most grumbles. I'm talking to you, my sisters out there. I will not be taking it out of flows because it's super cool and it's so strong. Balancing is so good for your body, okay? So, first modification is to keep your hand at the hip, like I said, instead of overhead. The next one is kneeling. So, not lifting your body quite off the ground. So you can kneel down, putting your hips in the same position. All right, knee down, hand down, and then you lift your foot. Okay? So, this might be tricky or be useful for you, okay? This foot on the ground couldn't have your toes tucked if you're struggling to balance, kind of like I am here. But again, hand on your hip, or you can extend overhead. If this is still feeling like I'm wobbling all over, back yourself up against a wall and do it. So this wall will support your weight. You can lean into it so you can feel yourself, look at yourself while being supported, okay? While learning the alignment here, because it's the same. You're just not raised up as high and you're a little more grounded. Have a little more support And that is totally okay. All right? So the next thing to do would just stand against the wall. How I was doing earlier, because I needed that support to look around and talk. Come up to a wall and get in the pose. Okay? Use that support. Make sure you don't have paintings with glass and stuff that you can knock down, but get up on this wall and try and get in the pose. Flex the feet out. Reach the hand. Explore. Okay? Next would be to the hand to the block, like I was saying. Blocks are not crutches. I had to learn that and tell myself that. They are powerful tools. So don't be afraid. And again, if you're really tall, you might need 2 blocks. Stack them up, okay? Because not all of us are short little petite yoga women out there who can somehow touch the ground in this pose. Some people need that extra block to give themselves that height and that support to be in this pose, okay? So 1 block, 2 blocks, there's like 3 different sides to a block. See which one works for you, okay? And again, you can start with your hand on your hip here and then work your hand to the sky, okay? But eventually the goal is to be in this position without even your hand on the earth. It's a balanced posture, okay? It's quite difficult. Flex the feet out, draw the belly in, and you can lift, okay? Boom. You got it, okay? I have fallen out before. It's okay. Give yourself the space to keep trying. Give yourself the love to not beat yourself up. It's totally okay, all right? It's just yoga. So that's it. Make sure you're breathing in the pose and you're gonna have a great time. You're gonna feel something, try something new. Don't be afraid. That's half moon and that's it. So right after this, we are going to have a 30-minute flow to build ourselves up to get into this pose. Feel free to join me. If not, and this is where the buck stops, that's totally cool. Thank you so much for learning with me. Otherwise, get ready to flow. To flow with me today, you just need your water, block if you're using it, and your mat, all right? If you're gonna listen to the playlist, it is in the description section. Go ahead and pull it up now. And then, if you're gonna listen, go ahead and hit play and make your way to child's pose on your mat. Begin to breathe. Start to lengthen your inhales and exhales. Tabletop, shoulders over wrists, knees under hips, cat-cows. Drop the belly, open the chest, lift the sides, round the back. Keep going. Two more rounds. Come to a neutral spine. Extend the left foot out. Flex it and keep the hips even. Crunch it to the belly. Extend it back out. Crunch it in. Extend it out. Crunch it in. Extend it out and hold. Place the foot down. Left foot turns back. Right arm lifts. Reach the hand overhead. Lift the right foot. Flex down the center line. Release the foot down. Rise up. Gate latch other side. Reach. Left hand goes back down. Square back, tabletop. Left foot goes out, flex it. Crunch it in, keeping the hips even. Extend it back. Crunch and reach. 2 more. Reach it out. Place the inner foot on the earth and reach. Reach the hand overhead. Lift the left foot. Look down the body. You should just see your toes. Foot goes down, gate latch other side. Back to center. Turn back down for tabletop. Down dog. Walk your hands to your feet. Ragdoll pose. Opposite hand, opposite elbow. Forward fold. Press the feet, 4 corners of each foot down. Sit bones go up. Release the bind, halfway lift, forward fold, high mountain, forward fold, down dog. High push up, lower flat to the mat, 2 rounds of cobra. Child's pose. Down dog. High push up, lower flat to the mat, 2 cobra. Child's pose. Down dog. feet together, right leg up, three-legged dog. Bend the hip, bend the knee, open the hip. Square the hips, straighten the leg. Step between the hands, low lunge. Left knee comes down, hips and heart press forward. Widen the right foot out, both hands on the inner ankle. Lizard, stay here, or if you can, lower to your forearms. You can let your knee fall wide. Rise back up, bring the foot back in, tuck the toes, lift the knee, rise for crescent. Press the feet down. Hands to the earth, standing splits, back foot pops up. Press the foot down. Left foot comes down, halfway lift, forward fold, high mountain. Forward fold, halfway lift, down dog. Left leg up, bend and open the hip. Square the hip, step up, low lunge. Right knee comes down. Press the top of the right foot into the earth as you press the hips forward. Widen the left foot out. Lizard, lower. Rise back up, foot comes back in. Tuck the right toes, crescent lunge. Hands to the earth, standing splits. Hips square to the earth. Right foot comes down, halfway lift. Forward fold, chair pose. Forward fold, halfway lift, down dog. Stay here or vinyasa, high push-up, lower chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Right leg warrior one. Warrior two. Open up, open the hips, front knee tracking in line with the toe. Hands to the earth, vinyasa, or straight to down dog. Left foot warrior one. Warrior two. hands to the earth. Vinyasa. Feet top the mat. Halfway lift, forward fold, chair pose. Forward fold, halfway lift, vinyasa. Right foot warrior one. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Warrior two, vinyasa. Breathe in, let it go. Left foot warrior one. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Warrior two, vinyasa. Or straight to down dog. Always your choice. Feet top the mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Vinyasa. Right leg warrior one. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Warrior two, straighten the front leg for triangle. Open the front body. Press the feet down. Rise warrior two, vinyasa. Side plank, left hand down, right foot stacks. Flex the feet, stay here or lift the top foot, flexing it out. High push up, vinyasa. Breathe in, let it go. Left leg warrior one. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Warrior two, straighten the front leg for triangle. Not locking out that leg though. Straighten bend the knee, warrior two. Hands to the earth, vinyasa. Side plank, right hand down, left foot stacks. Press the palm down. Stay here or lift the foot. High push-up, vinyasa. Feet top of the mat. Halfway lift, forward fold, mountain pose. Breathe in, let it go. Lift the right knee hip height, ground the left foot, floss the knee out and in. Flossing the hips here. Come back to center, knee up front. Airplane. Press the foot out, lift the heart here. Grounded leg pressing down. Hands to prayer. Half moon. Build yourself. Pressing your feet, drawing the belly in. Standing splits. Right foot goes up, toes pointing down. Right foot comes down. Halfway lift, forward fold, high mountain, low mountain. Ground the right foot, lift the knee hip height. Floss it out and in. Come back to center, draw the belly in, airplane. Hands to prayer. Half moon to a block or the earth. If you fall out, it's okay. Get back in. That's life. Standing splits. Left foot comes down, halfway lift, forward fold, high mountain. Tree, right leg up, press the foot in. Place your left hand on your hip, right hand gently on the inner knee. Open the front body. And release. Other side. Keep your hips an even height. And release. Top of your mat again. Inhale, arms up. Low mountain, right knee comes up. Hands to prayer. Airplane. Hands to prayer, half moon. Standing splits. Foot comes down, halfway lift, forward fold, high mountain, low mountain, left knee hip height, airplane, hands prayer, half moon, One side might be easier for you, and that's okay. Know what you're working towards. Standing splits. Foot comes down, halfway lift, forward fold, down dog or vinyasa. Right leg, warrior one. Warrior two. Straighten the front leg, triangle again. Bend that front knee, hand to the block, pop up high moon, half moon. Pop up onto that standing leg and press. If you can, hover your hand, slowly step back, warrior two. Hands to the earth, vinyasa. Left leg, warrior one. Warrior two. Straighten the front leg, triangle. Squish that back foot in a little tiny bit. Bend the front knee, pop up half moon. With control, step back, warrior two. And vinyasa. Right leg up, swing it for traditional pigeon through. Foot flexed, hips square down. Stay here or fold down. Gently release, press back down dog. Left leg up, swing it through for pigeon. Gently come up, sit on your butt, bring your right leg around, come up onto your knees, facing the front, long ways on your mat, coming into frog. So, your hips and knees should be in line, feet on the inner ankle down. Stay up tall first, and then work your way to your forearms or even lower. To come out of this pose, slide your body forward. Close your legs, come back up to a kneeling position. Sit back down. Lay onto your back. Constructive rest. Knees together, feet as wide as your mat, pressing your low back down. Brief bridge pose real quick here, feet hip width apart. Lift the hips, lift the heart. And release. Knees come up tabletop. Send the left foot out, supine twist, right leg over. Knee back to center, left knee comes in, right leg goes out. Supine twist to the right. Knee back to center, bring the right knee in. Hug the knees to the chest one more time. And release, full body stretch, reach the hands overhead, point the toes. And release for Shavasana. Arms by the sides. Just lay in your puddle of sweat. Be proud of it. Bring your knees to your chest. Gently fall to one side using your arm as a pillow. Press yourself up to an easy seat. Inhale, arms overhead. Palms meet, palms to the heart. Thumbs to the third eye center. Remember, wherever you are, we're all under the same moon, the same sun. With grace and gratitude, namaste. Thank you so much for being here, and let me know if you like these segments with these flows oriented around a single pose or not. Let your friends know, give me a like and subscribe, and I can't wait to see you next time on the mat. Have a beautiful day.